Hi, I'm attorney James Betzold. I'm an immigration attorney, and I'm here to share with you 5 things you need to know about filing the petition to remove the conditions on your residency. This is done on Form I-751. All right, first thing you need to know is what it is. It is a petition that makes you into a legal, permanent resident with a card that's good for 10 years at a time. Okay, so when you're married for less than 2 years, when you file for your visa, for your green card, the government looks at that somewhat suspiciously and says, okay, they just got married, now they're doing their green card. We want to make sure that this isn't only for immigration purposes. So what do? They say, tell you what, we'll give you the green card, come back in 2 years. If you're still married, or if you can otherwise meet the requirements, then we'll give you the 10-year green card and you'll be a legal permanent resident as opposed to a conditional permanent resident. Or conditional resident. Conditional legal, you know what it is, conditional resident. All right, so that's thing number 1. Thing number 2, when you file this petition, you need to bring the proof. You need to show that you entered the marriage in good faith and that the marriage is still good, you're still together, and everything's fantastic. So you want to show proof of commingling of assets like car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, volcano insurance, any kind of insurance that you can have in both of your names, right? If you own any property together, bring in the proof for that. If you pay taxes together, which you probably should, you bring in your tax returns as well. Letters from friends and family. Those are the sort of things you need to gather to prove that, yeah, this was a legitimate marriage and we're still good. All right, thing number 3, what if you're not married anymore? What if there was a situation of domestic violence, abuse, or for some other reason you're just not together anymore? Well, the story's not over, folks. The good news is if you bring the right evidence, you can still be approved for a legal permanent resident. The burden is this. You need to show that you entered the marriage in good faith, so you got to have documentation of that. If they see records that show that you got married, lived together for a day, and then never saw each other again, that's going to be a little suspicious. You might get denied. But if you can show that you entered the marriage in good faith, and then there was something else that happened that caused the marriage to break up, and you're going to suffer a hardship if you have to return to your home country, you can still be approved. I do recommend an attorney for that type of case. That brings us to point number 4. There's going to be an interview. At that interview, the government official is going to review all of your information with you. They're going to review all the documentation you've submitted, all that you're going to submit. And if they've taken the effort to do an independent investigation, they may question you about additional stuff there as well. So in that interview, again, always be sure if you're not 100% fluent in English, bring a professional interpreter that will help. Next, thing number 5. What if you forget to apply? You're supposed to apply within 90 days of the expiration of your 2-year green card. If you forget or you don't do that, you can always file late, unless you're already in removal proceedings where you're going to have to file it as well. So, avoid going to immigration court. Just file the I-751 as soon as you can, ideally within the 90 days before the expiration of your first green card. All right, now time for a bonus item number 6. If you've looked at the processing times for I-751, you've seen that they can go 18 to 26 months. Now, it's okay because you're going to get a notice in the mail saying, okay, your status is extended for X period of time, so you can continue to live and travel like normal. However, if you're married to a U.S. citizen and you want to file for citizenship as soon as possible, as soon as you reach the 2-year and 9-month mark, even as a conditional resident, you can file your citizenship application. And there's an added benefit there because then when you file for citizenship, they're going to pull your I-751 application and say, all right, we're going to jump this one to the front of the line and we're going to look at citizenship, and they'll decide them both and you're on your way more quickly to becoming a U.S. citizen. I'm attorney James Betzold. I'm an immigration attorney. If you have any questions or would like to talk about your case, www.betzoldlaw.com is where you can schedule an appointment with me. Thank you. Hope you found this interesting and enjoying and good for your journey. Bye-bye.